honestly can't believe I'm writing this. It feels like something out of a soap opera, but I lived every ridiculous, painful, jaw-dropping moment of it. If you told me a few years ago that the person who would break my heart the most wasn't a cheating ex, but my own mother, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. Let me start with the basics. I'm 26 now. This whole mess started about 2 years ago when I was 24 and had just started dating my then boyfriend, Daniel. He was sweet, charming, and genuinely made me feel seen. We met through mutual friends at a New Year's Eve party, and things moved quickly in the way they tend to when you're in your mid-20s and starry-eyed. My mom, Lisa, is 47. She had me pretty young at 21, and we've always had this complicated relationship. She was more of a cool older sister than a traditional mom. When I was a kid, everyone would comment on how young and pretty she was. As I got older, those comments turned into comparisons. We'd go shopping, and people would joke that we looked like sisters. She loved it. I didn't. I used to brush it off. I figured maybe she didn't know how to be a traditional parent because of how young she was when she had me. But after what happened with Daniel, I see things so differently now. The first red flag came early, just a couple of months into dating him. I invited Daniel over for dinner to finally meet my mom. She cooked for us, poured wine, and laughed at all his jokes a little too hard. I remember feeling a bit uneasy at how flirty she was, playfully touching his arm, complimenting his cologne, even saying, "If I were your age." With this little wink, Daniel laughed it off awkwardly. I told myself I was overreacting. That was my first mistake. Over time, it got worse. She started inviting us over more often, insisting we come for Sunday dinners, family brunches, casual movie nights at her place. And I noticed that every time she'd wear makeup, get dressed up, and greet Daniel with this over-the-top enthusiasm. She'd ignore me completely sometimes. One time I went to the bathroom, and when I came back, she was showing him old modeling photos of herself from the early 2000s, saying, "Can you believe I'm a mom?" I laughed it off again. Second mistake. Then came the text. Daniel mentioned that my mom had messaged him on Instagram. "Just a funny meme," he said. Then a recipe she thought he'd like. Then photos from that Sunday dinner. At first, it was innocent. Until I saw one of the messages myself. She had replied to one of his stories with a smirking face. That's it. No context. Just that emoji. I asked him about it, and he said it made him uncomfortable too, but he didn't want to be rude. I believed him. He seemed genuinely weirded out and promised to distance himself. He even blocked her on Instagram and said he'd only engage with her if we were together in person. I thought that would be the end of it. Spoiler, it wasn't. About 6 months into our relationship, Daniel started pulling away. He was distant, distracted, always on his phone. He stopped staying over. He'd cancel plans last minute. I confronted him, and he admitted he was dealing with family stuff, but wouldn't elaborate. Then I saw it. One day while he was in the shower, his phone lit up. I know I shouldn't have looked, but my gut told me something was off, and I couldn't ignore it anymore. There was a message preview from my mom. It said, "Last night meant a lot to me. I hope you're not regretting it." My stomach dropped. I opened the message thread, and there it was. Dozens of messages, late-night conversations, flirty emojis, photos, one of her in a silk robe captioned, "Can't sleep. Thinking about you." I felt sick. I didn't even wait for him to come out of the shower. I left. I took his phone with me, screenshotted everything, sent it to myself, and dropped it off in his mailbox later that night. Then I drove to my mom's house. She didn't deny it. In fact, she had the nerve to say she was sorry it had to happen this way, but that love is unpredictable. She claimed that Daniel had come to her, that he needed someone to talk to, and she had been there for him. She tried to justify it, said we were too young, said we weren't serious, that she and Daniel had a connection. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just left. I haven't spoken to her since. Daniel tried to contact me a few times after that. Sent a few apologetic texts. I didn't respond. I eventually blocked him. My friends rallied around me. My dad, who divorced my mom years ago, was furious on my behalf. Even some of my extended family cut contact with her when they found out. It's been nearly 2 years. I'm in therapy. I've worked hard to rebuild my self-worth. I'm now in a healthy relationship with someone who respects me and, thankfully, has never met my mother. Sometimes I still wonder what their relationship even was? Was it real? Was it just a fling? Are they still in contact? Honestly, I don't care anymore. What I've learned is this: blood doesn't give someone a free pass to hurt you. If someone shows you who they are, believe them, and most importantly, protect your peace. Even if it means walking away from your own family. Because I did, and I've never looked back. Thanks for watching. If this story hit close to home, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. You're not alone, and your peace is worth protecting. Stay safe, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next one.